Alright, welcome back to Luca Food. It's been a while since I did a breakdown. Um, so I'm gonna do Keegan O'Toole and David Carr, their fourth and no, I think it's their fifth. Yeah, their fifth and final match. At the NCAA semifinals. I watched this match live. Haven't watched it since, but I thought it'd be a great video to break down. Great match to break down. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Let me get my camera all shrunk. Alright, let's get right into it. So obviously they're both very familiar with each other's game. One thing that I've kind of picked up a lot just from watching YouTube, like Stevan Mijic, I've been watching his not breakdowns, his work practices. A lot of hand fighting is just snapping, clearing ties, quick post, quick collar tie snap, post, move, grab, fake. Like, it's just very simple. So we're in sunshine. How do you even get there? So he faked on the circle. He went double and cut to the near leg. He tried being gutting. Then he got up to a sunshine. I think they gave a stalemate call from here. But yeah, so with David Carr, he's doing it right. You can see it. He's pinching his knees. And from what I mean, obviously David Carr is on a complete another level than I am. But what I know to do is to pinch your knees, try and wrap one arm around their stomach and try and trap an arm. But David Carr, you can see he's grabbing that ankle. Let's see what he does. Yep, he got a wrist. He wrapped around, got Keegan's wrist. And what should he do? Oh, shoot. That was just good scrambling by Keegan. Then he started lacing that leg. David's holding on to not get taken down with the lock over here. See, the only reason Keegan isn't getting a 3 right now is because David has his leg locked. So it looks like Keegan's kind of fighting for like a far side cradle. I feel like something that would be effective. I don't know. I feel like very egotistical, or not egotistical, but I feel like douchebaggish. I don't even know what I feel like. But I feel weird trying to correct these world class wrestlers. But I'm just saying what I see, what I know. You guys can take it with a grain of salt. I'm just seeing what I see and what I know. These guys are world class. They obviously know what they're doing. But Keegan could get his right arm under and start kind of like pushing. Yeah, just getting his right arm under. Then he could even fight for a half, and he'd be in a weird position. Yep. What do you know? Oh, he's grabbing. Stalemate. I don't know what Keegan was grabbing when he went under, but yeah. Hell, maybe I do know a thing or two about wrestling. Maybe I'm not feeling so egotistical and I actually do know a thing or two about a thing or two. Me. Green should score. I don't think he got the takedown. Jeez, that took a while. Yeah, no takedown. Just fakes, posts, grabbing hand, wrist. Simple hand fighting. The more I watched NCAAs, the more I realized hand fighting college is so simple. It's just to move. It's not to like I don't know. Most people nowadays try and sit in ties. It's like, nah, like you gotta move them. The only person I know who was effective sitting in the ties is Austin DeSanto. But when you watch him, he's not even like sitting in the tie. He's like aggressing. He's the aggressor. He has his ties. It's just a matter of him shooting. So yeah, like these guys, it's simple. Nice little ankle pick. Then yeah, David. That was smart by David. You see, so Keegan has the ankle, and so obviously you need the two legs. David kind of does a split, and ultimately Keegan can't get the three because his other leg is extended out, and Keegan is unable to get a hold of it. Slide by could be there for David. It was there for a second. Alright, let's see. Who got what? Keegan's on bottom. David's good little top wrestler. Look, simple. I preach this all the time. It's the best stand up there is. It's like quad pod. This isn't even a quad pod, but this is still like in that group of best ways to get out. Like there's nothing better than this. You see David lines up on that side. I'll slow it down for you guys. If I can get a hold of my Matt Boss account, I'll try and show you guys even in my match it works. Like all he does is he tucks the elbow, or he didn't really on that, but still. What you could do, which would definitely be very effective to do, is if he's lining up, you tuck the elbow and you kind of quarter turn, but when you quarter turn, you put pressure into them. And then yeah, he was in a quad pod for a second, but now you can get right up, fight hands, try and get away. So you just quad pod. That's all these guys do is just quad pod. And they can always get back to their feet. It's just a matter of breaking grips here, which is just its own ordeal. But you see David drop into an ankle, which is very smart. Because then it's pretty much just the same as when you're finishing the ankle. Or finishing a single leg when you drop to the ankle. Yeah, David kind of needs to gain center. He has his back to the edge a lot of the match, letting these other guys kind of control middle. But comment down below if you guys want to see. Ooh, that was nice. I could see it through the OBS. Shot, circle, reattack. That was just simple shot defense. Look at this still frame. David's shot kind of overdid a little bit. Keegan's shot overdid a little bit. David sprawled, circled, went for the go behind, but Keegan's recircled, and then David shot. That was just great wrestling right there. But comment down below if you want to see me do a complete like breakdown over hand fighting, because there's two different styles of hand fighting I want to show you guys, and I've already mentioned it. Oh my gosh, I've already mentioned it, but it is the Austin Santos style, and then the everyone else style. Let's watch this again. They're standing here, so he posts with his right hand. He doesn't even post, he just like kind of puts it on the mat, then does that super duck, gets to the ankle. Almost had it there for a second. Let's see what happens. Shelf in the leg, good. Here you want to shelf the leg and fight up and try and get to the other ankle. There you go. Boom. Now he's in. Now it's very hard for Keegan to not get taken down. That's 3 right there. And then, yeah. So yeah, super duck to the ankle. What a shot that was. Then a switch for the reversal. He's fighting hands. Alright, he's fighting hands, and you can feel the pressure is kind of like out and away from him. So he hits a switch and is able to get in on the leg. Now he's in on his own kind of single. David kicks out, and it's neutral. That was smart by David there, because David could have gave up 2, but instead he just gave up 1. Really smart by David there. That was tie ball game. Goes optional start. Let's see what he does. There's one thing you should do from optional start is immediately go front head. Earn your gold medal. Did a video on this. It's called the partial 1 system. It's like you just do that front head, let them get their 1, but you're still in a dominant position with the front head, and then you can just keep on reattacking. But he just pretty much completely cut him. See, even when they do tie up, they're not really sitting there for long periods of time. They kind of sit there a little bit. They sit there for a little bit, nothing really happens, they disengage, then they get back to their normal stuff. Let's see what happened here. Keegan has his hand on David's head. Boom, just kind of shoots from space almost, but I mean, he's in on the leg. He's in on an outside single. He should drop to his left hip and circle around. And no, he couldn't. David doesn't have a whizzer in, but he's fighting Keegan's grip. No, he's not. Keegan's having a really hard time. Yeah, if he could just shelf the leg, Keegan needs to shelf the leg. There you go, and keep circling around and reach for David's left ankle. Or even a cradle. Ooh, a little crackdown kind of thing. Now he's got the 3. Now he's in a danger position. See how Keegan rides out. Ooh. So David fights the hands, breaks away. Keegan kind of pauses for a second, and then David goes in immediately on his own. High crotch, low single kind of shot. Keegan recenters and fights away, then they get back to his hand fight spot. And David just drops to a single, not really much. Drops to a single. Keegan is in the splits. Yeah, okay, I remember this part now. Where Keegan got super tired and took his time. So yeah, good job by David. Immediately notices, picks up the pace a little bit, keeps shooting. Because Keegan got a stall call. Yeah, just pushing the pressure. Shooting, coming up, shooting. All it was just consistent reattacks. Then he got in on a consistent reattacks. What did he get on? A single, and then he cracked down. Position. Keegan has an underhook, and David circles around, gets both legs. That was nice. Yeah, crackdown has both the legs. Keegan can't really do much. And yeah, that was match. Keegan just sat there. Yeah, it's all very simple from here. So I feel like I didn't do a great job on breaking down the match, but I feel like we can see some very consistent things that we see in our other matches that we break down, especially at the 2024 NCAAs. Number one, hand fighting. All we really see these people do is post, push, pull, fake, and move. And like they'll get in ties, but they don't sit in them for long. Like, I don't know. I feel like some do, some don't. It's kind of just really how your style is. But, you know, there's not many guys that are sitting in ties. As far as I know, it's faking, clubbing, pushing, pulling, posting, moving the guys. Yeah, and then as we saw again, getting out on bottom, stand-ups. All it is just those quad pod positions. It's just super easy to get to your feet with those, with a quad pod. And there's a lot of good reattacks in this match, especially at the end with David with his offensive reattacks. Just shoot, come up, shoot, come up, shoot, come up. Then we saw he got the takedown and came back to win the match. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know. This wasn't a great breakdown, but